who can forget that historic IPL 2016 final between Sunrisers Hyderabad and RCB? On that occasion, Sunrisers Hyderabad were the clear winners.
And ever since then, Sunrisers Hyderabad has qualified for all the playoffs and has in fact gone on to play a final in the 2018 as well. But RCB has not qualified for a single playoff since 2016.
And there has been numerous changes in the RCB lineup, but one thing remains constant. Actually, two players remains constant. That is Virat Kohli and ABD. This season also they will be the focal point of the team. But when it comes to Virat and ABD, there's one very worrying factor for the RCB fans. Both these players great against spin, but they face some problems against leg spinners, especially the googly deliveries which are bowled by the leg spinners. Over the years, both the players have been dismissed numerous times or have not been able to fluently hit boundaries against the googly deliveries of the leg spinners. So today also, because Rashid is there in the opposition lineup, Virat and ABD will be concerned about the presence of Rashid. Trisha, what do you think? What should be their strategy to counter Rashid Khan and his googlies?
See, most of the times when ABD or Virat gets out bowled to Googly, they basically, I think here the main problem is they don't use their feet to the bowlers at all. If they try and use their feet, they can negate the possibility of letting the ball turn, the other way for them to get confused and miss the ball. They want to play the ball really late. I'm saying instead of that, why don't you come forward, play it, place the ball and get your runs? Because I think the strategy also would be to not give any wickets to Rashid and just play his 4 overs out.
And also, speaking about Rashid, apart from Rashid, there's another important bowler in the SRH lineup, that is Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Do you think, will be a great factor in these kind of wickets?
Absolutely, especially because we saw that the first few overs, the ball is swinging, right? And we know he is a master of swing. Though I agree, some of his swing has been curtailed over the years, but still remember he can swing the ball both ways. So there can be a setup, right? He can just, and also I feel there is a high chance that Finch will struggle against Bhuvaneshwar Kumar because Finch struggles in the incoming deliveries, right? And Bhuvi can get his incoming deliveries to come in real sharp. So what I am seeing is Bhuvi setting him up with 2 outswingers, 1 in swinger, middle stump.
So you're talking about Finch, the RCB opener, and while talking about openers, who can forget the 2 star openers of Sunrisers Hyderabad, Johnny Bairstow and David Warner. While Johnny Bairstow has been in tremendous form in the Australia-England series which just got over, David Warner hasn't been in that kind of a form, but David Warner is one batsman who has scored at least 50 or above in the last 8 innings he played against RCB. Rather, last 8 of 9 innings he played against RCB, and that's a great factor. He has always been a consistent hitter in IPL. And while talking about Bairstow, he takes these 2 players complement each other. If someone is hitting, it's not like the other one is taking a sheet anchor role. They go out all guns blazing. What I think is that if you need to counter Bairstow, left arm orthodox spin might be an option. Ball turning away from him. Shahbaz Nadeem, I think, will be a great factor if RCB plays him. And for Warner, if you can get him early, then you have the game in your pocket. Otherwise, there's trouble for RCB.
Absolutely. And when you say Warner getting Warner out early, that is where I think Virat Kohli might use Washington Sundar, right away in the beginning, because if all our audiences watched the third ODI, Joe Root was bowling to David Warner. He missed a simple delivery which was on the stump, right? If Joe Root can do that, I think Washington Sundar can also do that. But on the other hand, what David Warner and Bairstow can do is completely take the match away. And when we are speaking about this, Orgo, why don't you reveal your Sunrisers 11?
So I have an interesting lineup, Sunrises lineup. So I'm going with Warner and Bairstow as an opener, but I'm not keeping him as a wicket keeper because I want Riddhiman Shah, the super keeper, to keep wickets. Bairstow will be fielding in the outfield. Then comes two Indian players, Manish Pandey and Vijay Shankar, who stays on
Right.
the fringes of the Indian national team. And then Riddhiman Shah and comes Virat Singh. He's a hard hitter, has been very good in the domestic matches. Then comes two Afghanistan players, all-rounders, you can say, Nabi and Rashid. And then there's a trio of Indian pacers, Bhuvi, Khalil and Sandeep Sharma.
Absolutely. Well, I think we almost have the same combination here.
Mhm.
Only that even though I completely agree with you that Riddiman is a top keeper, but I would still go with Bairstow keeping. Virat Singh is also there for my team. For me, I am having Abdul Samad. He also had a terrific domestic season, and he's a hard hitter, young lad, hard hitter. I think he will be there in the team, and that is it. I will directly now move on to my
Yeah.
Royal Challengers Bangalore 11 because it was a little tough to choose this 11, and my 11 is Aaron Finch. I was very tempted to open the batting with Virat and Finch, but here's the thing: I'm opening the batting with Finch, Devdutt Padikkal, Virat Kohli at 3, ABD at 4. In comes Shivam Dube. Then Washington Sundar, Chris Morris, Navdeep Saini, Dale Steyn, Yuzvendra Chahal, Umesh Yadav. I'm going for Dale Steyn, and not only am I going for Dale Steyn, I'm backing him to be the star player of the match today because with the amount of swing, with the amount of pace, and remember he's a tall bowler, so he will naturally get the bounce, which we saw Shami getting yesterday, and he will be a dangerous bowler. In fact, if RCB bowls first, I'm gonna predict that Steyn will get 2 wickets in the very first over. What about your RCB team?
Okay, okay. You have turned astrologer, I can guess. So there's not many changes. It's such that it's that Virat Kohli. I want to open with Virat Kohli because of what he did in the 2016 season as an opener. I feel if he gets
Absolutely.
more balls, he can pace his innings and he can both pace a run chase and also score big in a match where he bats first. His team bats first. Then comes Devdutt Padikkal at number 3. He has been very good in the domestic season. And there's one more change. I have taken Moeen Ali instead of Chris Morris.
Chris
So I
Morris.
want a spin bowling all rounder instead of
Right.
a pacer, pace
Hmm.
bowling all rounder. Rest
Hmm.
all remains the same. And my star player is Virat Run Machine Kohli.
And why am I not surprised, Orgo, that your star player is Virat Kohli?
So now let me ask you something. Who do you think will
Yeah.
win the match?
I feel it's definitely going to be Royal Challengers Bangalore. Royal Challengers Bangalore win the toss, bowl first, 2 wickets in the first over, win the match.
I also feel the same. I think Virat Kohli will have a great game today, and I'm looking forward to ABD's batting also. He has been out of cricket for a long period of time, but I still feel I'm very excited for Devdutt Pallik's performance also if he plays. So let's see. What do you all think about today's match? Let us know in the comment section on Facebook and on YouTube. So don't forget to subscribe us on YouTube.
Absolutely. Subscribe us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, and join us for the match review. Bye bye.